Set 5 years after the Great War, society now relies heavily on cyborgs known as the Extended, humans augmented with powerful mechanical enhancements. Behind the scenes, massive corporations like Beruhren control everything and aren't afraid to use dirty tactics to stay in power. Juzo Inui, a former soldier used as a trump card in the war, works as a fixer handling Extended-related incidents. Now unemployed after recent chaos, Juzo wanders the city streets, where he hears talk of a rogue Extended who kidnapped a child and shot someone. Oddly, the nun who lost the child seemed unbothered. When Juzo returns home, he finds it trashed by an Extended, who turns out to be the same kidnapper. Before he can call the police, they bang on his door, demanding to search the place. They threaten to revoke Juzo's revolver license, which would make him an outlaw and prevent him from getting mechanical repairs. Juzo scares them off with a threat, but they secretly surround the building. The Extended sets the child free and offers himself as bait, trusting Juzo to keep the boy safe. Juzo agrees as long as he's paid. After the Extended lures away the police, Juzo calls a friend for help to hide the child, but the nun shows up instead. She reveals the boy's name is Tetsuro, then drops her disguise, exposing herself as a Beruhren agent. She attacks and Juzo realizes she doesn't care if the child gets hurt as long as his main limbs are intact. The modified humans suddenly return to assist Juzo, but the agent shoots a ricochet bullet that disables the Extended's body. Juzo catches him just in time, but he's now vulnerable to the nun, so he decides to release the boy, vowing to come back for him. Before dying, he tells Juzo that he is actually Tetsuro, who escaped Beruhren by using a chip called Harmony to control another body. To activate Harmony, he must have a strong will to use it, so Beruhren had cut his tendons. After failing to get help from the police, he ended up on the run, but before he could say more, the temporary body died. Determined to keep his promise, Juzo tracks down the train holding Tetsuro's real body. He fights through guards effortlessly and encourages Tetsuro to use Harmony again by questioning his determination and abilities to rise his emotions. Tetsuro regains control and Juzo easily defeats the fake nun, eventually bringing him to his friend Mary, an engineer. She repairs him and discovers the control chip Harmony installed in his brain by Beruhren. The next day, she gives Tetsuro prosthetic limbs, but he's still unable to speak. Soon after, Juzo is approached by the Cusi group, an underground organization against Beruhren. They ask him to take out a rogue Extended that's been tearing extension limbs off kids. Their scouts were killed, and they want Juzo to handle it in exchange for smoothing things over with Beruhren, but Juzo refuses, saying it's not his problem. The other gang member pulls out a gun as a threat, but the boss squares up with Juzo, trying to intimidate him. However, he eventually backs down, acknowledging that they should be able to manage their turf since they claim to be powerful and leave the apartment. Juzo guesses that Beruhren is trying to lure out Tetsuro by eliminating all the children with limb extensions. Tetsuro gets upset after hearing about kids being attacked and wants to help, blaming himself for everything. Juzo points out that Tetsuro can't even walk and has no choice but to stay out of it. Tetsuro offers to hire Juzo by giving up his control chip as payment, but Mary explains the chip is near his spine and can't be removed. Instead, Tetsuro uses the chip to take control of Juzo's body and escapes with his real body in a bag. He visits a machinery shop for information, but after a scuffle, he hides and covers Juzo's gunhead to avoid attention. In an alley, he sees two girls running from a violent cyborg. Tetsuro accidentally kills the attacker using Juzo's strength, only to discover the girls were actually the real killers. They reveal mechanical limbs and attack him. Tetsuro tries to reason with them, saying he also escaped from Beruhren and wants to help them, but they don't trust him and poison him during a fight. One sister goes berserk, transforming into a spider Extended, rampaging through buildings and causing chaos until her sister manages to calm her down. The two sisters try getting help from Beruhren, but the executives deny treatment and call them failures. They order the girls to be killed, but Tetsuro and Juzo's body shows up to stop it. The boss recognizes Juzo's body, but doesn't know Tetsuro is controlling it. He orders the girls to kill him, so the Extended spider girl attacks, but Tetsuro tries to talk her down, saying they can escape together. She refuses, believing freedom is impossible. The boss shoots her with a special bullet that makes her go out of control, planning to defeat it later so they can pose as heroes to the public. The shot causes Tetsuro to lose control of Juzo's body. He then tries using Harmony to control her by damaging her auxiliary brain, but his own brain overheats before he can finish. She loses control and nearly murders Tetsuro, but at the last moment, Juzo wakes up, saving Tetsuro's life, then tries to send him away in an elevator. But Tetsuro won't leave alone and resists. As Spider-Girl attacks again, Juzo, badly hurt, crouches and tells Tetsuro to pull the trigger on his head. Later, we find out that Mary gave the Extended Spider-Girl normal prosthetic limbs, helping her live a normal life again. Later, Juzo was arrested by the EMS, basically the police, for using illegal weapons. We find out he had planned this to keep his friends safe from Beruhren, as they would be safer secured in a prison. He is already acquainted with the director, Olivia, so she offers to let him go, but in exchange, he has to help catch an extremely dangerous escaped prisoner. During transport, another prisoner broke out. Juzo broke free to fight, but EMS agent Cronin saved the day using special needles specifically for Extended. stranded. Cronin initially refuses help from someone like Juzo as he had received illegal extensions, but despite this, they travel together to a destination where Gondry was suspected to appear next. Juzo and Cronin arrive at an event held by the national hero, a man who had greatly contributed to the extension of technology development. As the hero was about to leave, a girl approached with a bouquet of flowers. Normally this wouldn't be allowed, but he accepted it to keep up his friendly image. Suddenly, an assassin burst from the crowd. Juzo quickly threw a rope and restrained him, while the hero took the girl and left the scene. On closer inspection, the attacker was revealed to be the escaped prisoner they were hunting. He broke free and challenged Juzo to a fight, but before it escalated, Cronin unexpectedly struck Juzo in the neck with a needle, trying to claim the capture for himself. It was then revealed that the man was only a decoy, and the real prisoner was the girl the hero had taken with him. The hero praised the disguised girl for her bravery, unaware she was actually Hayden Gondry. She killed his bodyguard with tentacle legs and vanished only to reappear and nearly assassinate the hero. Juzo and Cronin arrive in time to stop Gondry, but he escaped again by ejecting Cronin's needles. He and the hero were once comrades, and the prisoner, a cyborg assassin with a face that could change like a screen, had never failed a mission, though his auxiliary brain would overheat under stress. Juzo asked why he could still escape despite the injection. Cronin explained that the prisoner was an older model with hard-to-hit vital points due to his auxiliary brain. Just then, Cronin got a message saying the EMS director had been dismissed. With no obligation to continue, Cronin left. Afterward, the prisoner emerged from Juzo's body, prompting a brutal fight. The prisoner attacked with tentacles, but Juzo broke through his shield with a punch. Using an endurance strategy, Juzo caused the prisoner's brain to overheat, forcing him to flee. As expected, Cronin was waiting on the escape route and disabled him with a needle to the brain. They subdued him, intending to interrogate him, but before that, Hero began loading his revolver, realizing the prisoner knew secrets about him. Juzo, a weaponized man with a revolver head, once shifted battle modes instantly, but without hands to use him like the good boy he is, he couldn't fully unleash his power. Fighting a senior cyborg without the safety of his cigarette used to suppress berserk mode made Juzo lost control and was defeated by Telkasada as he wasn't able to regulate his power. Thinking Juzo dead, the hero prepared to kill the prisoner to keep his secrets buried, but Juzo revived through self-repair and entered berserk mode once again. Though no one could authorize combat protocols, Juzo's counterattack activated automatically. The hero fired hundreds of bullets, temporarily disabling him. But Juzo soon recovered, blocked the hero's next attack, and retaliated fiercely. The hero threw dozens of bombs and escaped, trying again to kill the prisoner. At that moment, the EMS director arrived and overheard the hero confess to murdering her father for personal gain. The hero tried to kill her, but Berserk Juzo intervened. Soldiers controlled remotely by Tetsuro also arrived. Juzo pinned the hero but missed the final punch as his brain overheated and crashed. The director lit a cigarette and blew smoke into his mouth. When the hero attacked with a steel pipe, Juzo blocked it, stabbed him with it, and the hero accidentally shot himself. Before more chaos erupted, EMS robots came to arrest them. The director opened a can of sardines, which the robots mistook for a gas leak, and they retreated. Tetsuro carried Juzo away. Later, the hero was being escorted for trial when a mysterious person assassinated him. Meanwhile, Colt, a heavily modified cyborg, collapsed in the street and was rescued by engineer Mary. He needed constant medication due to extreme modifications made to feed his sisters. He claimed he'd soon earn money from a job and revealed his mother's worsening condition due to a failed prosthetic trial by Beruhren Corp. They refused compensation, protected by government connections. Colt left after taking stolen medicine. Tetsuro noticed and chased him, but got punched. Colt tried to recruit him for a mission, only giving a time and place. He later gave his siblings a lavish dinner, calling it their last if he failed. The next day, at a hero's memorial, Colt executed his plan. Mary had planted a tracker in his medicine, but Tetsuro unknowingly took it. As they searched for Colt, a sudden explosion caused by him distracted a patrol robot, which Tetsuro quickly hijacked. They soon encountered Colt, who aimed to assassinate Beruhren's leaders with bombs planted on a train. Tetsuro objected to killing for money, but Colt insisted. Security spotted them and shot the remote control, forcing Colt to rush the train. Tetsuro followed, and when the security chief arrived, he helped Colt activate the bomb. Colt was captured but believed his mission was a success, until the chief revealed the train carried only civilians. The leaders never boarded. If it exploded, they'd be branded terrorists. The bomb carriage was detached. Colt, desperate, threw the bomb at the enemies but collapsed from lack of meds. Tetsuro, pushing his limits, jumped with the robot, threw the bomb skyward, and jumped into the river with Colt. Tetsuro suffered burns, but Colt, unfazed, asked to be carried home. Despite his efforts, efforts, Colt couldn't change his family's fate, leaving him filled with regret. As he passed away, Juzo took a new job investigating a girl who claimed ghosts haunted her house after her parents died in a car crash. Her father's colleague, Danny, said he saw the ghost. Juzo found blue lights turning into mechanical hands, cyborg remnants. Danny tried to take the girl away, but Juzo grew suspicious. Mechanical hands helped him uncover a bug in a photo frame planted by Danny. The girl didn't trust Juzo and left with Danny. In the car, she discovered a secret document about Beruhren Corporation hidden on her necklace. Danny, seeking profit, tried to kill her, but a mechanical hand blocked the bullet. Juzo, guided by another hand, arrived and chased them through oncoming trains using a smoke grenade to force Danny to stop. Juzo obtained a confidential document that could bring down Beruhren and all cyborgs. Soon after, intruders raided Mary's office. She escaped with a friend using traps and misdirection, but Tetsuro wanted to save their landlord. Mary resisted, saying they were helpless. Seeing EMS officers already killed, Tetsuro tried to use his control ability, risking his life. Mary tried to stop him, but he went alone and was captured. The attackers were anti-cyborg extremists seeking the secret document. The landlord and others were taken hostage. Meanwhile, Mary received directions from a mechanical hand and met her long-lost brother, now known as the Dismantler. At a bar, Juzo met the E on his head, who claimed Mary's brother was a terrorist dismantling cyborgs and had returned with a team. But his real aim was to take the document. He mocked Juzo, who remained calm despite the threats. Mary recalled her past with Victor, her brother. They were adopted by a mechanic, but grew apart when Victor's obsession with cyborgs clashed with their foster father, who became abusive. Victor killed him and disappeared, sending only one letter. Suddenly, a billboard crashed down, an attack by resistance fighters. Juzo fought them, including a man with heavy armor. Another man was grabbed and interrogated but refused to talk, so Juzo discarded him. This is all for this anime at the moment. There are more episodes, so if you would like to see a part 2, make sure you like and subscribe. See you in the next one.